What is this called? Radish. What is this called? Beetroot. What is this called? Spinach. What is this called? Red cabbage. What is this called? Iceberg lettuce. What is this called? Romaine lettuce. What is this called? Butternut squash. What is this called? Scallion. What is this called? Mortar and pestle. What is this called? Tonks. What is this called?
Ladle.
What is this called? Turner. What is this called? Measuring cup. What is this called? Measuring cup. What is this called? Can opener. What is this called? Rolling pin. What is this called? Whisker. What is this called? Peeler. What happened to this? The shirt is wrinkled. What happened to this? The faucet is leaking. What happened to this? The image is fuzzy. What happened to this? The train is crowded. What happened to this? The car is scratched. What happened to this? The picture is tilted. What happened to this? The jeans are frayed. What happened to this? The cereal is soggy. What's the unit called? A drop of water. What's the unit called? A bouquet of flowers. What's the unit called? A dozen of eggs. What's the unit called? A handful of nuts. What's the unit called? A stack of books. What's the unit called? A pile of clothes. What's the unit called? A scoop of ice cream. What's the unit called? A wedge of lemon. What's the unit called? A section of hair. What's the unit called? A lock of hair. What's the unit called? A strand of hair. What is this called? Stool. What is this called? Rocking chair. What is this called? Folding chair. What is this called? Beanbag. What is this called? Deck chair. What is this called? Bleacher. What is this called? Daybed chair. What is this called? High chair. What is this called? Footstool. What is this called? Throne chair. What is this called? Blister. What is this called? Callus. What is this called? Freckles. What is this called? Ulcer. What is this called? Rash. What is this called? Vart. What is this called? Sty. What is this called? Mumps. What is this called? Pimple. What's the unit called? A bucket of popcorn. What's the unit called? A tub of ice cream. What's the unit called? A cup of ice cream. What's the unit called? A bag of chips. What's the unit called? A pack of cigarette. What's the unit called? A slice of pizza. What's the unit called? A piece of apple. What's the unit called? A tin of cookies. What's the unit called? A bar of chocolate. What is this called?
Electric shaver.
What is this called?
Manual razor.
What is this called?
Aftershave.
What is this called?
Deodorant.
What is this called?
Cologne.
What is this called?
Hairspray.
What is this called?
Pomade.
What is this called?
Barbershop.
What is this called?
Hair clipper.
What is this called?
Nail clipper.
What is this called?
Tweezers.